Ah, there we go. That's the start off of a good day, huh? Well, it's the start off the ending of a day. Yeah, the day's over. Don't drink in the morning unless you work at midnights, and then you can drink in the morning. But today we got some things I don't got. I don't get. I don't get. And I know some of them are going to piss off some people. But I got Steel Reserve today. It's a big old can, 24 ounces. I don't know how many. 8.1? Oh, man, I would have never got it. Anyways, I have 24 things, the things I don't get. So this is going to be a pretty lengthy video, folks. Number one, beggars. People who beg for money. They're at gas stations. Why are they at gas stations? Well, people have money. You know where you should go? Go to a bank. You sit right out in front of a bank. That's where all the money is. People walking in with money. People walking out with money. You know, come on. The gas station, you might not have, they don't got money. Maybe they have their card. They don't got no cash on them. Anyways. Men who sing in falsetto. Now, I like the Bee Gees, but I don't care for it. But you notice when people sing, like singing around you with headphones on, they always sing like this. They don't use their real voice. It's just, ugh. But women always sing in falsetto in opera. 100% falsetto. I can't stand it. Ugh. Anyway. Ooh, that's strong. The weather guy. Measuring wind gusts at an airport. Oh, the highest wind we got is a 31 mile an hour at the airport. Now, most of your viewers don't live around the airport. They live, in cities. Why do they do that? Why don't they say, okay, in this city, it was this. In this city, it was this. It was this city. It's always at the airport. I was like, I don't get it. I get this one every morning. The speed limit's 25. You always got that person who comes up behind you, and the light turns green, and they're in such a hurry. You take off. They go flying around you, only to turn into Dunkin' Donuts to get behind 5 more cars. What was the sense of driving like an idiot to get there? There's always going to be cars. Idiots. Here's another one. They should put sensors on lights to change. They sense the car coming at a certain speed, it turns red. How about that? Wouldn't that be a good idea? It would slow down people trying to, do over the speed limit to get to the next light. Green, boom, it would turn red. It would stop them. That's $1 million idea. And if you do the speed limit, it stays green longer. There you go. Okay. We've got a lot of driving ones here. There's a bike path, a metropolitan bike path that goes through our cities and stuff. And I had an idiot. There was a guy, 2 people on bikes on the bike path. They were going to cross the road. They have to stop because that's oncoming traffic. All right. This idiot in the car stops and lets them go through. A lot of ID10Ts going on in this world. If you don't know what ID10T means, spell it out on a piece of paper. Okay. Now, here's another driving one. Now, if you're driving, you'll probably get pulled over going 10 mile an hour speed limit, or 20. Yeah, definitely 20, but 10. If you're doing 10 or 20 or 25 or 30, why do you stop for stoplights and stop signs? Why don't you just roll right through them and keep going? Because you're more likely to get a ticket because you're covering more distance, and you're more likely to see a police officer when you're speeding than you are at a red light or a stop sign. So why don't you just go through them? You probably don't use your turn signals, so why even stop? I don't understand that. You're speeding, but you stop for stoplights. You're breaking the law, I might as well keep going. All right, I see this at work. I've seen this for years at work. People have a big cooler, a cooler with their lunch in it. You're supposed to have an ice pack in there, to keep your lunch cold. What do? They put it in the refrigerator. Why? Now, what if everybody had a cooler like that and put it in the refrigerator, and there would be no more room in the refrigerator for people to put a regular lunch in there? Why do people do that? They have a cooler, but they put it in the refrigerator. I mean, when you go to like camping, you bring a refrigerator with your cooler so you can put the cooler in there? No, you put ice in there or an ice pack. So why do you do that at work? I don't know. Take the stuff out and put it in the refrigerator. Don't put the whole big honking, cooler in the refrigerator. All right, tax relief. I always hear this commercial. Oh, if you're, $50,000 in debt, up to $500,000 in debt, we can take care of your tax relief. The IRS, the loopholes, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and they have somebody on there. I owed $93,000 and I only owe $3,000 now. Well, if you didn't pay it at $3,000, what makes you think you're going to pay it now? Because they knocked it down. You didn't, how do people not pay your taxes? That's all you have to do. I mean, there might be some circumstance where you're not paying your taxes, but pay your taxes, dude. Why should you not pay yours and everybody else have to pay? Man. Because we got to send this money to these crooked countries. Anyways. You didn't pay it in the first place. What makes you think dropping it from 93 down to 3 or even 10, you're going to pay it? You're not going to pay it. Okay, age is just a number. People say age is just a number. Well, if you're 40, 50 years old, you're looking at a 20-year-old girl. That's kind of creepy to me. I don't care. But it's not a number. If you're 95 or 110, you're not going to go roofing a house. You can't. 110-year-old guy put a bundle of shingles climbing up a ladder, and no. I thought age is a number. You're too old. You can't do that. Oh. This goes to another one. That's number 12. Nothing is impossible. When kids are raised, nothing is impossible. You can do whatever you want to do. No, okay. Now, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't climb Pikes Peak, Mount Everest. You can't. If you're in a wheelchair or if you're handicapped, you can't play in the NFL. It's impossible. They're not going to. I hate when people do that. They give the guy a football and he goes down. Everybody's like, oh, let him get a score. That's dumb because then he's going to have expectations to do it wherever he goes. Oh, I'm in a wheelchair. I should get that. No, you can't. Nothing. You can't. Just jump 20 feet. You can't slam dunk a basketball at 20 feet. So it is impossible. Things are impossible. Chances are you're not going to play in the NFL. People just got to accept the fact that they can't do these things. There are things that are impossible. You can't breathe in outer space. Good Lord. Okay. Here's an app that I hear on the radio. It cancels subscriptions that you signed up for, and then you forgot to cancel them, so now the money's coming out of your account. Now, how much money do you have in your account? How much money do you make that you wouldn't notice money coming out that you need an app to tell you, hey, you have this coming? Who makes that much money? Millionaires, I guess. They wouldn't know $20 out of their account. I don't know. I don't get that. Okay, now the founder of Levi Jeans says you shouldn't wash your jeans. Say that to the person who doesn't have a hard job. As he says that, he just, what he does? This is what he does right here. This is what people do. I never wash my jeans. Yeah, because you don't work. You sit behind a desk. It's an easy job. Tell that to the mechanic. Tell that to the burner who cuts scrap with a cutting torch. I used to do it. You tell that to the roofer. Tell that to the construction worker. He gets dirty. Wash your jeans. That's for the people who don't work hard. Okay, you might work hard, but you don't have a hard job. Okay. Why do judges show their political leaning in their advertisement? D or R? Why? That shouldn't matter. Oh, okay, he's a Democrat. I'm going to vote for him because if I get caught with drugs, he'll go easy on me. Or he's a Republican. I ain't going to vote for him because he'll go hard on me because I drink and drive and I get nailed. No, that shouldn't ever have any political affiliation in judgeships. No. And you got people that do, R, or D. Those are the problem with America. That's the problem. Democrats do have some good ideas. Some Republicans do have good ideas. Do they always have good ideas? No. But that's the problem. You got people, I'll vote for him because he's good looking or she's cute. That's dumber than a box of rocks. You had that with Sarah Palin. Ugh. All right. People with long fingernails. I see people with long fingernails. You probably got some fecal matter right up underneath there, man. I know you do. But the people with long fingernails that Guinness Book of World Records things, how do you wipe your butt? How? Do you have someone to do it for you? I think sumo wrestlers do. It's an honor to yeah. Yeah, that's what is sumo? Chinese? Yeah, that explains it. But how do you do it? You got a rag on a stick? What? I don't know. Okay, you have dog shows. I've never seen, maybe they do, they don't. I don't know. Cat shows. I've never seen a cat show. Okay. A guy who has a child with another woman that doesn't want anything to do with that child, but this woman wants something to do with him and gets pregnant by this guy. Do you think he's going to do something for you? You should have known that before, when you hooked up with him. Hey, I'm so-and-so. I got a kid I don't want nothing to do with. Oh, that sounds fantastic. I'll hook up with him and have a baby. Or I've seen it. Like, there was a guy who had 4 different kids or 5 different kids with 6 different women. He's not paying child support. You know darn well he ain't. But why do women hook up with guys that are deadbeats like that? What makes you, my legs for that guy? Why do people do that? You're really insecure with yourself? You have to be pretty damn insecure. Pretty dumb. All right, now the people who say, defund the police. Defund the police. Okay. You want the police to be defunded. All right, here's what you do. On your taxes, if you ever pay taxes, there's a lot of people out there that say, I pay. No, you don't pay taxes. If you're on welfare, you don't pay taxes. You don't pay taxes. Well, I get money back, but you get more benefits than you pay in any taxes that you ever pay out, whatever. But anyways, on your taxes, there should be a thing that you check mark. None of your tax money goes toward emergency fire, ambulance, or police. So when your house gets burglarized, you get shot, your family member gets murdered, your house catches on fire, you have a heart attack, and you try to call the police. No, I'm sorry, you're on our list. You don't want to pay taxes. You want to defund the police, so we can't help you. I've seen people do that. There was somebody who defunded the police, and someone punched someone in the mouth and ran away, and they go running to the police. Arrest him. No, sorry. It's not the way it works, Jack. High gravity logger. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Okay. Why don't people, you get carpal tunnel if you constantly doing this, all the time. I mean, I've been doing the same thing for 30 years, but now why don't people did you ever heard of someone getting a carpal tunnel in their mouth when they talk too damn much? You ever heard about that? You never heard about that? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. People who take showers in the morning. I take mine at night because in the morning, if you shower in the morning, you go out and you sweat, you work up, a sweat or whatever you do out throughout the day. Do you go to bed sweaty and smelly, and then, or do you take a shower again, and in 8 hours you shower again like you got dirty or something? I don't understand that. Okay, I mean, you have an office job or something, you may take a shower, but can't you shower at nighttime? Do you shower twice a day if you shower in the morning? I don't know, man. All right. Do the people at Pringles have OCD? Does it bother them? They're always nicely neat and they package them. I don't know. That was a dumb one. That was dumb. Okay. Now I think flashlights, most of them suck anymore because they have like 4 modes, four modes, 7 modes I've seen on one: low, medium, higher, higher. And then they have a strobe on there. Why do you need a strobe light on your flashlight? Why? I just want one setting. Turn it on, it's on. That's all I want. I don't want low, medium, and high. I just want one, turn it on, and then that's good. Why is it a strobe light? Why do you need a strobe light? What, do you work for the police department? You're going to do a raid on somebody with a little pen light? I don't know. All right, for the last one. Hold on to your hats. Whenever they say the first transgender to hold this position, the first woman to hold this position, why do they have to say transgender? Why do we need to know that? Oh, well, it's okay. If a woman held that position all the time, now the next person that comes in there, say it's a guy, and he says it's the first male, you'd probably have people freaking out. But you add this to it because you have to. The first heterosexual male, you'd probably have them rioting in the streets after that. Yeah. The first heterosexual male to walk on the moon. There you go. Neil Armstrong, first heterosexual male to walk on the moon. Because you know damn well, if there's a transgender or a gay guy to walk on the moon, they're going to put that right in the title. So from now on, if anybody ever has, a new title that a straight person takes that title, say, I'm the first straight male to hold this position. And you probably people pissed off. That's why we don't need that. Because if you got the first transgender, then you got the first whatever. There's only 2 genders. I don't care what people think. You can be mad all you want. But because where I'm going with this is, if you say it's the first transgender to hold this position, all right, then you're going to say it's the first bi person to hold this position. And then you can say, well, it's the first bi with blonde hair to hold this position. Then you can say it's the first brunette that ever hold this position. Then it's the first redhead to ever hold this position, by redhead to hold this position. Then you can put in there, then it's the first by brunette with the shoe size 8 to hold this position. That's right-handed. So then the next person, if they're brunette and they're bi, they can say, oh, what size shoe do you have? I have a size 6 and I'm right-handed. So you can put size 6 shoe right-handed. Even with, the first black woman to hold this position, the first black man to hold this position, that shouldn't even be a thing, because then you can say the first Asian, the first Filipino, the first Latino, the first, the Eskimo, the list can, Polynesian, the list can go on forever and ever and ever. And people would be like, it just should be first woman and first man. Problem solved. But you get, as soon as you say it's the first heterosexual male, all hell breaks loose. Why do we need to know that you're transgender? I don't know. It's It's kind of stupid if you ask me. I don't know. See you in the next one.